Hello everyone, name's Anon, and I'm finally back today after quite a break, bringing you a Wizard of Legend video. Short disclaimer before we get into the meat and potatoes of this video. I've been sick lately, and I still got a cough from it, which is, I say, a purely psychological thing that has already taken weeks of my life and usually takes up to months of my life. One time I had this for half a year. It's a purely psychological thing. I am fine. I just really can't stop coughing because my brain reminds me that it feels like there's something in my throat. So if you hear me doing this, it may be a minor annoyance to you. A mild inconvenience, if you will. However, to me, it's a very big deal. It's very annoying. I annoy people around me. I especially annoy myself, and it doesn't feel great doing it. So there is that in terms of disclaimers to this video. Let's get into the nitty-gritty. Today's build, I still call one of my favorite builds in this game. However, I would prefer to cease playing it for good, at least for now. I am making this video as to present another fun build to play in this game, another, I believe, creative build to play in this game, with a rather odd play style. And for myself, I'm making this to remind myself in the future, potentially, of this build, and that it used to be one of my favorites, so as to maybe try it out or reinvent it. Who knows? I like to call this build Hammer Time. And by that name, and my stunning Arcana, if you've played this game before, you can probably, very likely, presumably even guess what this build is all about. The build idea of this build is, well, it's a build around Hammer of Atlas, which is a big hammer you swing around and then throw into the enemies' faces. Apologies. And to make this Arcana work, I feel like you need a lot of things. And let me try to not skip ahead here, but it's really hard to contain myself on this because I really like this Arcana and I really want to see it work well, but trust me, it does not. It's not a very good Arcana, especially not as a signature. However, it's going to be our main focus for today, and I'm going to be using the original build I've been using for a long time now, with no modifications made at all. You can totally, I would say, improve this build rather easily. For example, by using a different dash, or using a different standard, or definitely by using a different starter relic. Either way, stop skipping ahead, and let's introduce you to this lovely gem of a build, which at first, by the way, you might hate yourself playing this, but trust me, it can be very, very fun. For our starting robe, we're gonna be going for Temporal. At least I'm gonna be doing that. You can definitely go for Venture, or even something more lenient, such as Fury, or Fall, or whatever you like, really. Grit might also work with this. However, we're gonna be running the Temporal, pun intended, because of the cooldown reduction, the 5% extra cooldown reduction. No spoilers there, shut up. For our starting item, right, this is the reason that I'm trying to contain myself so bad, but it's so difficult. We are running Mystic Monopole. Boom! There you go. Creative. In your face. It's an item that essentially completely negates all sources of knockback you inflict onto your enemies. From all Arcana, all Relics, everything, alright? There are ways to deal tiny bits of knockback, but most knockback is eradicated to a, I want to say, laughable amount. Alright, you will barely notice it on most Arcana. One of those being Hammer of Atlas. You can still see these enemies being knocked back slightly, but they are not supposed to be, which is the whole point of this build. We're trying to make this Arcana deal damage. It deals very bad damage by itself, but let's not skip ahead, shall we? So, It negates knockback. This thing also is a menace in multiplayer because it ruins the fun for all your teammates, all your one teammates. Because it works for both players, and oh my god, this is so depressing to play in multiplayer. Don't do it. Don't do it, kids. It's a mediocre build by itself, but if you play it in multiplayer or boss rush, you are going to be miserable. Besides, in boss rush, this starter item is fucking horrible because bosses are not knocked back nearly as much as you would think. Alright, for Arcana, we will be running, of course, Air Spinner, my favorite basic in this game at this point, which is a circular Arcana around you that also destroys projectiles. Our damage is going to be Toxic Trap, as I originally envisioned for this build. You can definitely run other circular traps such as Magma Rush, or for example, Bubble Blast, Frostwing, Thunderline, other things that deal damage in rather wide AoE around you, or around the point you used it. And for our standard, we're going to be using Searing Crown, another circular Arcana. Maybe you can see a common theme here. So the idea here is no knockback equals more damage on Hammer of Atlas. However, what do you do when you're not hammering your enemies to death? Well, you are probably struggling staying alive due to not having knockback, and your enemies becoming increasingly faster and faster. Here's your solution, my guy. You need AoE. You need a lot of it. Because if enemies spawn behind and in front of you, left, right, and center, quite literally, how do you deal with those when you don't have your hammer active? Well, exactly. You need AoE. Around you, behind you, left and right. So we're going to be using all these circular abilities in combination to compensate for not having knockback. And yes, I know this item is terrible. Shut up. It's a build around Mystic Monopole. Probably more so than it is around... This build is probably more so around mitigating Mystic Monopole than actually playing using Hammer of Atlas. However, it's fun. Shut up. Take my money. We're using Toxic Trap here as to inflict a very slow ticking, very long lasting poison debuff. And we're using Searing Crown as to inflict a very fast ticking, also rather low damage, burn debuff. In combination, these are supposed to not allow our enemies to attack us, because when they're taking damage while attacking, the attack gets cancelled, just like on the player. However, on enemies that are very fast or that attack quite irregularly, or if you're a little off with your timing or the dot timing, man, it can be difficult. So you, like, one debuff usually is not enough. Shock works okay because it's extremely fast. I found that I just prefer poison, even though it's very bad. Very, very bad. Don't do this, kids. So we're going to be using these to also stagger our enemies. And then we're using our basic to stagger as many enemies as we humanly can. We're using the Temper Up because all of these cooldowns are rather low, around 4 or 5 seconds per Arcana. And Temper Up gives us the most cooldown reduction right off the get-go. We can also grab a bunch of cooldown items, like maybe 2 should be enough, or 1 like Cursed Relic, and you know, whatever else really. You don't need much cooldown reduction to get to effectively a 0-second cooldown on all of these, which is fantastic. That's what we want, because whenever we have hammer downtime, we have to kind of cope with that. I'm gonna be waiting for a signature charge to deplete here, as to show how much this generates, because I just saw quite a spike up there. Look at this. Look at that signature charge generation from 1 Arcana. So actually, Hammer of Atlas is good for something. However, paradoxically, the signature, it may deal more damage, but it's still worse than something like a conventional exploding fireball, for example. Right, enough rambling. Let's get into it. The intended build playstyle for this build. Be careful. Don't be an idiot. Don't go in aggressively. Stop taking super high risks. Don't take double trouble, double turmoil, whatever they're called. Don't receive double damage. Alright? Or at least if you take one of those items, make sure you don't take damage. Because this build is not good because of the anti-knockback. You really, really, really need to be careful. Don't take much damage. Try to kill your enemies, but also stay far from them. Okay, Hammer of Atlas can be swung, can be thrown. So, even though you may not have ranged Arcana beside this itsy bitsy throw here of a hammer that deals absolutely fuck all damage, stay back and be cautious. You have no good boss clear. You certainly do not have good like chunky enemy clear. For example, the big black guys or the golems. Yeah, it takes a while for you to kill them. So stay afar, stay at range, observe, and then strike when you can. Be a pussy, alright? It's okay to be a pussy sometimes. If your build requires it, go ahead and do it. Whew, that was a slew of words, my man. Potential problems, you need damage. You need damage, you need damage, you need damage. I can't repeat that enough. You need damage for this. A little bit of cooldown reduction, you can go full defensively. However, if you want to have fun playing this and you don't want to be miserable, you need a lot of damage to compensate for all your other crap. And a bit of cooldown reduction, that's always neat. You don't really need to avoid any particular enemies. However, someone like Shu might give you trouble because they are very fast and you don't have exactly the best ranged capabilities here. So catching up to them might not always be so easy. So Zeal, Shu, maybe avoid them. Whereas something like Thunder's Keep or the Thunder Twins, whatever the hell they're called, they are rather easy for you. They're just a sitting duck usually, and they will always position themselves in the middle of the arena. Right, in terms of items in Arcana, again, you don't really want more Arcana than you already bargained for. However, something like an Ice Block or a nice enhancing buff, don't say no to, alright? And even if you don't find good damage items like crit chance or raw damage ops, take what you can. Take candies, for example. They always work with your basic. They always do. Cooldown reduction might work, and as a last kind of matter of self-defense, pun intended, you can go full defense if the game is just throwing robes and shit at you. Not robes, chainmails, right? Cool, let's get into it. I'm a little afraid here, I'm gonna be honest. I haven't played this for a long time, so this is not gonna be the best run. Of course, when I start recording, it's... Oh, no, it's not in loop. I didn't complain. Thundering Creep is great. I'm not starting on that. Chilling Dungeons. Come on, give me Earth or Wind. I'll take it. I'll take it. Let's have some fun. It's taken a while, that's interesting. Usually it doesn't. But let's be honest, I haven't played a regular run in quite a while. I've had a fucking blast lately trying out new builds and boss rush. And I don't think I'll let loose of that. I think I'll keep going. However, I also have a slew of builds for regular game mode, as well as Steam builds, which I'm eager to try out just as much. It's just that it takes a lot more effort to record this over boss rush, and boss rush is a lot more fun consistently, whereas this is a rather casual experience. Let's put it that way. In the early stages, this build is already not very good. However, like here for example, I can't do much. However, we have some projectile destroying capabilities which should help us out ever so slightly, and you shouldn't be needing too much healing on this either. Oh shit, Spearman hit me. Often you will find yourself that cancelling your hammer is the only option to stay alive and not take so much damage, because the damage it deals is simply close to never worth it, let's be honest, to take damage for. You can tickle your enemies in various other ways, alright? You don't need the hammer for that. The Debuffs also slightly help in the early to deal more damage to these enemies. Except when they don't get poisoned. Just keep spamming as much as you can, but be wary of what cooldowns you get. Man, that signature charge gen is fantastic. I really haven't played this for a long ass time. I'm coming back just to record it and then basically never touch it again. I really meant what I said when I said do not play this in multiplayer if you have a friend that you mind actually keeping. Because my god, they will hate you. And you will be ashamed. Man, this piano music is chill. I usually don't play with in-game music because I play boss rush with actual music. However, goddamn, the music in this game is so good. I even bought one of the soundtracks. I don't remember off the top of my head which one. But there's one of the jazzy soundtracks that I really loved. I still do. I still love it a lot. I don't know why I said loved. See, that's exactly the type of cooldown reduction you can go for. This is definitely enough cooldown reduction for a lifetime. Because we're using 3 different elements as of now. I like Nerite Shell here. I think Nerite Shell might work very well with this build. I have never used it in this build, but it's a form of CC, and it's a very reusable form of CC. It's better than something like a burn, for example, because it is a safe pick. Yes, I know I shouldn't have picked that up here. I'm just now seeing the heal on the map. I've been playing so much boss rush, I'm just getting greedy and greedy on everything, so... Sucks. Sucks to be stupid. I tend to not optimize in this game, unlike other games I play. Which, I have no clue why. I really don't know why. I think it's just fun the way I play it. I like taking risks in this game as well, even if that means that I completely screw up a run. I really love it. Maybe because this game isn't too difficult, so you are actually allowed to take risks pretty much all the time. I'm considering getting these because they are very nice with this as well. But I said I wouldn't go too defensive. Well, it sucks that I didn't get the heal item, which could have potentially been a big damage up, but... Oh well, what can you do against being stupid? Keep in mind, break everything. Oh god, this room. This room is a plague. One of many, let's be honest. Would you look at that? Man, the signature charge. As with many signatures, while casting it, you are completely immune to being CC'd. As you could tell right there, because they couldn't even hit me. Hey, another trash arm. Thanks, Mimic. I don't want that. Wasn't that a much higher chance to crit, but you deal much less damage or something? Like, I remember I usually don't pick that up. Alright, easy rope. Just go circular, baby. Just go circular. Also easy roam, because we destroy projectiles. It may be a breeze early on, as in not easy but fun. But trust me, on floor 3, you might get very fed up with this build, because it's really not that easy to play. Or fun. No, it is fun. It's totally fun. It's fun playing a bad build. I just love it. By the way, the next build, used to be my favorite build in the game. The next build I'm gonna be recording, I've already got plenty of plans. At least I've had weeks to make plans, right? Weeks of being sick and rendered unable to do anything, much of anything, anyway. Oh man, bunch of bad options here. I would love to be taking the stylus, however, I really like what we currently got going. And the signature charge, it just feels right now, you know what I mean? We could get stanza or flames. However, if we don't find the counterpart, man, it's not worth. Stealthy Halidai, is it supposed to be a die? Is that a real word? Is the knife called something with Hela? Is that what it's called? This was a double-sided knife. I don't know. Send help. I don't think it's a good item. It might be our only option here. And of course, we're not getting the counterpart right away. Anyway, it might just show up at some ungodly time when we really don't care much. Isn't that usually the perfect timing? The absolute perfect timing. What do we go for? What do we go for? Raffle ticket. I mean, we're buying a lot. I don't know. Am I gonna take this? How much increased damage is this? Like, do I take 20% more? Because if that's the case, holy shit, I don't want this. I don't think it's worth at all, in fact. Alright. Just because we really need the damage. I'll take stylus, okay. Just because I have to. Don't do this at home, kids. Do not. We're definitely not taking the curse item lying around there, because even if we got 100% crit chance but less damage on this build, guess what? You deal like 2 damage on a crit. It's abysmal. Shout for the agent. Let's reset. Oh my god, I still got hit, bro. Come on. I hate these things so much. Unnecessary.png. That's okay. As I said, you will definitely be taking damage with this build. Doesn't really matter how good you are. It's just a mixture of not having enough damage, not having enough CC, and being dumb that makes or breaks it. So, stop that. No casting spells in here, stop that. Alright, we get air spin upgrade. And it's not for free. That's unfortunate. Fantastic upgrade. As per usual. Trying to burst these kinds of enemies, the ads really, down with my secondary abilities, which is just much more consistent early game, instead of trying to hit them with the hammer and miserably failing. It's usually not a good idea. Right, do I get any of these? And this is always a good option. But I don't really put all my eggs in one basket. That being Wind Arcana. So let's just move on. I got 2 great upgrades right away, man. Searing Crown is fantastic. I forgot what it does. Is it more range and damage? I believe it's slightly bigger, and it has a longer duration for sure. And more damage, which is always great. And this, essentially double the damage and much more a projectile destroying capabilities. Fantastic. That's exactly what we want. For projectile or destroying, this build is fun. Trust me. Oh my god, it's fun. However, for everything else... Oh yeah, and for goofiness, of course. However, for any and everything else, it's not very good. By the way, can we talk about this? I hate what happens when you kill a boss and then the time moves on. You know how during this dialogue you can't move, but the gameplay still moves on. So during Sura, for example, all your abilities will keep ticking down, and during Atlas, for example, the attack will continue homing in on you, and you can't dodge because you can't click faster than the attack is. It has caused me to take damage in boss rush a lot of times recently. Like, holy crap, it's so annoying. I would love that to be fixed. It's also a nice exploit though on Sora's part. You just wait for your abilities to come back up. Say you got strong arm, for example, and abysmal cooldown durations. You will love that one, but man, if you're really greedy on bosses, some bosses' attacks become quite literally undodgeable. Since I have recently been playing a lot of Wizard, I feel myself getting much better at it, more back into it. However, for reasons of entertainment, not necessarily of your entertainment, but of my entertainment, I continue to play very risky at times, just because I consider that very fun. And playstyle, really. It's a choice of playstyle. I like losing runs. It's not fun to win every run. Okay. Some runs are so hilariously stupid and janky that you don't care much whether or not you lose the run at the end of the day. This is one of those rooms where it is really handy to have circular abilities, by the way, because oh my god, those guys are so obnoxious. Unless you are at full run speed. But even then, that room on final floor, oh my god, what a pain in the ass. Oh, I couldn't destroy the projectiles there. Rather unfortunate. If you're questioning why I'm not using my agents, it's because I forgot about them, and I'm a fucking idiot, apparently. Tends to happen a lot when you talk and do gameplay and try to concentrate on both at the same time. Got you, boy. No teleporting around. Definitely not behind me. These agents are not even that good. Oh, come on. Get in there. Are they homing? Or are they just shooting in the general direction? Oh, they're both down. Cool. Downed them both, boys. Good job. You earned yourself a treat. Maybe a bottle of water or something. Whatever you want, really. These items are horrible, thank you. My man. I don't want any of that, really. I mean, the status effect spread is great, it's fun, but it's not good. And we get a dash upgrade, Toxic Jam. Fantastic, we got all upgrades right away. This is kind of ridiculous. Oh, now I really regret having picked this up, but oh well, what can you do, what can you do? We could get double-edged cestus, which, just like increased wind damage, would kind of ruin the way I am playing. I'm trying to play anyway, right now, which is completely around damage, not just around my basic. I don't want to make my backup plan the main focus of the run here. Oh, thank you, great. I'm definitely getting this. I suck at Shu. You know it, I know it. I definitely should be getting this. Sano's hatband is kind of neat because it works on Hammer, but Hammer, it's not the type of Arcana that you need to keep channeling. You can just cancel it at any given time. So, we don't really need that. The freeze can be nice. Let's not get it. Yay, run speed! It's very hard, as per usual, on a melee build to approach this guy. Oh my god. I can't do anything against them, it's so annoying. Always very annoying to play full melee. If you don't have the damage to just take care of everything right away. Which we don't, because we have one single decent damage item and then, you know, Jade's Tiara, which is okay. I like it, but... Man, what do we do here? Do we commit to the Cestus? I really do not want to. I'm having quite a great time right now, let's put it that way. And these two would not delight my mute. Right. Lose every time you're hit. I don't know. I don't think I want any of these. Let's play risky here and just say fuck it. We don't need damage this run because our basic is not gonna be the focus of this run. If we end up losing, so be it. You know why. I know why. Because I just denied 2 good basic items, and I am referring to the Cestus and the increased wind damage I denied earlier, because I do not want this run to be any generic run. I want to show off this build and have some fun with the intended way of playing it, not the backup plan. Man, this music is great. I'm really talkative today apparently, because I can't shut the fuck up playing this game. Hope you don't mind. Hope you're not here for just the gameplay. Go ahead, watch the boss rush. The boss rush playlist, I suppose. Oh, don't you just love these guys? Aren't they always such a treat to fight? Oh, projectile blocking capabilities. You're letting me down. Look at that spread, man. Can we talk about Pandemic Pouch? Like 50% chance to spread an element can be that fucking cool. It can chain between enemies. On something like a bouncing surge, for example, this thing just fucking destroys rooms. It's awesome. If only status effects weren't so fucking terrible in this game. Push him off. We have the tiniest bit of knockback, so you can still push off enemies. Especially since both Espina and Hammer Atlas have a rather huge knockback by default, so they're not lowered as much as the Arcana. However, it is, for obvious reasons, a very rare occurrence to be pushing enemies into pits. Oh my god, I'm really trying to focus on talking here. That was not an easy run. Okay, for this build, for any other build, might have been a bit easier, but for this one, certainly not. I am just now realizing the curse on screen. I don't know why that was. Did I touch my mouse? I'm playing on a controller here, and that the fact that I cannot blend out the cursor in this game completely, it annoys the fuck out of me all the fucking time. So I try to get rid of it before every recording and during the entirety of a recording. Even if I'm just recording for myself, because it's not very pleasant to look at. It's like a fly on your screen, in a way, that's always sitting in that one really annoying spot. And you just know it, and you can't help it. Did the poison vial just fall down? What was that sound? Why did that sound just come up? Summoners really are the bane of my existence when I'm playing a melee build. I really love Pandemic Pouch in this. It's doing a fantastic job. Quite great. Alright, this is a one-way, so let's get out of here and finish this level up. I'm taking my time here, again. I'm trying to reminisce about all the great moments I had on this build. and just have a good time, I suppose. Parting ways with an old friend. No, it's not that bad, but you know what I'm saying. It was fun. We had a good time. But everything good must come to an end eventually. Look at those projectile fucking destroying capabilities. You hear me? Look at that hammer, man. It looks good. Ignore the fact that it basically deals no damage. This shit looks good. Right, and that's all that's important. I don't think we need Curse Eaters here because we seem to be getting nowhere regarding our cursed relics. Flag Gauntlet is cool. I don't think that improves anything. Much of anything. I don't think that's worth taking. Another fucking one of these. Really? Am I getting hit that often? Are you trying to tell me something, game? And then the theses. Did I just say feces? God damn it, dude. I'm having a stroke here. Help, send help. Graduation cap. I am getting this. So hopefully I can find the cursed counterpart. I'm on max health. Is it worth taking right now? This is exactly the kind of defense only run that I was trying to avoid. However, we are going with this, alright? Even if everything goes wrong, I'm still having a blast playing this build. I might not win today, but I'm definitely gonna be having fun. In fact, I might just get absolutely fucked here. Started to set up. Whoop. Not enough. Okay, now we got it. We got it. Last second. Holy shit, that was quite close. That was a nice crit at the end there. I always forget what these do. I believe this is charge and then the little cloud. Nope. It's the ball. I always mix them up. They look very similar. The icon, let's be fair, it doesn't look like you're channeling like a ball of concentrated wind and letting it go. It looks more like a dash. It reminds me of Voltaic Needle. And its fire counterpart. Come here, boy. Good job. Man, the knockback in this build. It's abysmal, but that kind of brings upon fun moments just like that. Moments that otherwise you probably wouldn't be having all that often. Homing flares upgrade. I definitely do not want that. So, you know, do you remember how I fucking forgot about the goddamn medic in floor 1? Well, I could try to redeem myself at least by not getting the homing flares upgrade and actually trying to trade away an Arcana in this run. But we all know that's probably not going to be happening because I tend to forget that a lot. Alright, you guys are a nuisance. Stop. I was just about to say you can attack him unless you absolutely know you are in range. Do not hammer them. Do not try to hit them with the ranged hammer because they might just do a ranged attack and get you first. And oh my god, it's annoying when it happens. Let's do setup. Boop. We still don't truly have a ranged ability here because homing flares still require me to get close up, and so do agents. However, we got okay capabilities in terms of that sector. Oh, really? That didn't kill? Oh my god, we need some damage. By the way, I'm overdue for a present here. I haven't seen a present in this stream for quite some time. Oh, okay, I didn't hit Searing quite right there, but it was good enough. Alright. Rock and roll is surely better than random wind Arcana. I don't know about you, I despise wind in this game. I think wind is just a meme. I think wind was made for challenges and to make people suffer. Come on, teleport. That was very fast. Hey, Curse Eaters, number 2. Even though we both know this thing will not actually be useful, and it's the fucking signature one, of course, to punish me even further for taking that one goddamn cursed item. I really prefer playing boss rush at this point, because I want to have exploding runs. I like having a chill run every now and then, but having runs that just go fucking... There's 30 cool items, and you can pick whatever you like. Oh my god, yes please, shut up, take my money. How often did I repeat myself, by the way, in this recording? I really don't know. I hope it's not too annoying, but... On the other side, I don't care. You know, I'm something of a badass myself. I couldn't cancel that. I try. Please. Please, no mean comments. Enemies are getting notably faster. Well, this fucking sucks. Thank you for nothing, I suppose. Royal Flush. We could go for the Hourglass. I'm not sure I'm gonna be able to proc it, and I think I'll be too low HP to use it. I don't really have things that keep me alive. And this is just another fuck you. We'll go for the stanza, because I'm gonna be honest, I don't care at this point. I do not care about your feelings either. That was way too fast to react to. Thank you. Hammer has a teeny tiny bit of a downtime where you cannot cancel it. It's just right when you start the animation. And yeah, that's very annoying. I got everything prepared for receiving some cursed Arcana Kush, but I'm just not getting any of it. It's unfortunate. I got an unupgraded Arcana, I got multiple Curse Eaters, I got a bunch of defense and HP and shit to sacrifice at an instant. And like an entire inventory full of trash, pretty much. Just utility, if you want to call it that. Something like Graduation Cap, Curse Eater's Watch. Things that I can sacrifice to Mimic. And even a stanza now. But you just know that I might not get lucky here and miserably fail this. Which would suck, arguably, but it's fun. It's fine. It's fine, I meant to say, not it's fun. It's not fun, it's certainly not fun, but either way, I had a good time. And that's the only thing that counts. I'm running rock and roll here. Actually, I don't know, man. It's faster than homing flares. The flares are obviously more effective here at dealing with more wind knights, by the way. These guys are fucking annoying. These are such a nuisance. Having to deal with evade on a build that can deal with it well. Okay, any build that doesn't involve something like a shocking lightning Arcana. aka really any Lightning Arcana, man. Imagine going in there with a fucking Dragonfall, a Claymore, and the Living Meteor, and just not hitting anything. Because of that. Because they're just an absolute bitch to hit. Really? He just summoned that inside of me. Man, these enemies. It strongly depends what kind of build you're playing. It's just some builds do not work well against certain enemies. Of course. And he just dashed through a bunch of shit and ignored everything. Like, that's exactly what I mean. This build does not scale well. There are too many enemies that just do not care at all about taking damage. Oh my god. Another Arcana to tell me I definitely should have gone for basic Arcana damage. And not be waiting on high damage ups. Game. What could that possibly mean? Do you want me to fail so badly? Oh, really? Oh, this is the first shop that it does not contain just pure garbage. Still has garbage, don't get me wrong. But it's slightly better. I definitely can see myself having an okay run. Not going... Oh, by the way, no cursed relics on this one, that's for sure. I definitely see myself having a decent run experience, not trying to go for this build approach, but instead just, you know, doing what you're supposed to be doing and taking what the game's throwing at me, i.e. basic Arcana damage. However, at this point, it is far too late, for sure. I really need some damage. And then of all insults, right, of everything you could have possibly thrown at me, you throw Wind Dungeon at me too. What an absolute fiasco. What room is that? Is that the... It's the platform room. It's the platform room. Oh no, it's a chest room. Maybe I'll get lucky. Maybe that's just a mimic. Alright, let's pray for redemption here. By the way, how do you... Is it a mimic redempting me? Is salvation the only word here? Salvaging me? Is it salvaging me? I don't recall. Pazooz! Really, game is telling me to go and kill myself, apparently. No thanks. However, I think I'm gonna leave behind the shell. Does it heal me fully? I believe it doesn't. It's when I die, it will revive me, and when I drop it, it will drop health arms. I remember that much. I just wasn't sure whether or not it would full HP me on pickup. Oh, should I keep that? I think I need to at this point, and I think I can. I have 1,000+ gold. Like, what the fuck do I do with all that? And how the fuck did I get 1,000+ gold? Well, just by getting dog shit items, boy. Let's buy these. And of course, get free items here. Now, since we only got bosses ahead, I will make an exception and actually drop the Mystic Monopole, because there's just little to no reason to be keeping it anymore. Who knows? I might be dropped a mimic here. Potentially. On clear. However, I think it is very unlikely. Cooldowns and increase the signature charge rate. So just 4% cooldown reduction. I don't think I care much about that. Oh man, what do we do here? I mean, I'll keep it for now. Or maybe I should keep the Monopole for now, for the boss fight. This really sucks. It really sucks. It really blows. Got him. Nothing. Oh my god. That's my favorite. That's my absolute favorite. Do I get knapsack? Really? Do I have to? Are there no better items than knapsack in this? Oh my god. Well, I can drop this now. It does nothing for me any longer. Oh mama. What the fuck do I even do? I need to keep this. Otherwise I can lose it, but... after this fight, I mean. I can lose it, but for now I'll keep it. I don't need to keep the slow. For sure, I don't. I definitely do not need to keep homing flares. It's okay-ish. Imagine getting this upgraded, for example. That'd be so much better. So let's trade here. And hopefully get something good. Okay, binary splashdown. I see you. Thank you. And I see this. However, and I could go for this because, yeah, let's be honest, we don't need Aspen anymore, and at this point, the water damage is just worth it. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm saying this. However, this is not as good an Arcana to use. It doesn't destroy projectiles, for example. Man, we are fucked in any way you can think of. But I love it. That's why I play this game sometimes. To, I don't really know. To become a dom, is that what you call it? No, it's not the dom. Man, I'm not having words today. A submissive bitch, right? I don't know what you call that. What's the special term here? I don't know. I only know layman's terms really regarding that topic. Man, do I want to keep raffle ticket? I got 800. Like, what's the maximum for Midas item here? I mean, imagine getting raffle into the box that resets items when you buy them. Like, holy shit, that would be great. So I guess I have to keep it. And all the other items in here are somewhat worth keeping, at least. Like Vampire, I would actually trade for Watercolor Palette, I think. This is rough. It's a tough decision, man. Tough decision making. Let's go. Let's stop thinking about it and reminiscing about the good old times we played this build and actually get fucked up by Shu because we don't have any way of beating him. Yeah, stop laughing, you bitch ass. I know you're gonna fuck us up. Never mind that. Right. Hey, we healed a lot there. I did see a lot of healing. Probably from blades and vampires. Nah, fuck vampires, man. Vampires ain't doing shit in this one. It's definitely blades. Blades is always a good purchase. Oof, are we feeling comfortable here with beating Sora? Absolutely not. However, I gotta keep in mind I'm not in boss rush, so it's gonna be a lot easier. Oh, that looked so freaking cool. Man hammer. It's so slow at times. Wait. Try to get the most out of my healing, alright? Because that's all I can really do here. Ooh, only defensive options again. Yikes. Big yikes. Let's get limited edition Robe right away. And let's not be stupid and stop risking dropping Pazu's favorite hand. We got Pazu's outfit, that's cool. I wish there was a transformation, that looks so neat. Looking like a pirate captain. A pirate captain. Deafening symbols in combination with blades is quite nice, I gotta admit, but at the end of the day, we still don't have a whole lot of damage. I think we're doing fine. Like, for real, we are doing fine. It's just a matter of, well, what do we do now? Do we get rainbows? I mean, mirror really doesn't do anything for us. Because look at that, it's a full mirror effect for 300 gold. No, it was actually free. Kidding. What does the upgrade actually do? It deals more lightning damage and does it also enhance water damage? Was it earth? Was it water? I don't remember. I believe it was earth. I don't really want to fight with a totem here. I don't really want to fight with any of these. I can go for airborne slam here, which would be okay, but the seekers, on the other hand, deal well with the little globes that I can't do well with. Do well against, sorry. I believe this is a bit of a must keep, and then maybe we can go rainbows and call it a day. Yay! Alright. Let's try this? Question mark? I could definitely loop here for a better run experience, but fuck it, don't be such a massive pussy. And actually, you know, I keep complaining verbally, but really? You don't see me cancelling this run. I keep playing it because it's fucking... it's a blast, either way. Still didn't hit the damn globe down there. I'm usually not a fan of killing them because then he just resummons them. If you kill all of them, I feel like he just resummons them immediately. Did you see that hammer damage though? That was sweet. At least for a non-boss rush run, I suppose. Man, I'm really not used to like default Sora again. I'm really not used to default Sora at this point. It's so tame and slow, I feel. That's a good thing. It's chill. Come here, you bastard. I kind of really want to damage boost through, but like that. because I know that I can survive. Come here, you bastard. No! I barely scraped the damn beam. Alright, here we go. Still got Pazoos here. Would have been fine either way. And in combination with a limited edition robe, blade is just too broken. Alright, no health orbs I dropped here, that's interesting. Oh, right, I can't. Boo-hoo. Here we go. Just rainbows. Nothing else needed. Just a whole bunch of happiness and fun. Even considering you might be new at this game and have no clue what I'm talking about, keep in mind that even the worst of runs, you can win. First of all, you need the slightest bit of luck to swing it around. Getting something like a limited edition robe, a mirror, full HP, a revive, or a bunch of damage. Or, at the end of the day, what really counts is that you're having fun. You don't need to win every run. I abandon most runs, or I lose most runs, because I'm just trying to have fun with it. And because at the end of the day, it's the only thing why you're playing this game. Or rather, why I'm playing this game. And why you should too. Okay, I don't really have any other motivating words here, except keep trying, and eventually you'll get there, and you will improve. And I guarantee you will have fun playing this game. If you are into chill as fuck roguelikes, or just games in general, it's really chill. It's fun to play. I play it with my wife, I play it with friends, and it's fantastic. It's a great experience for everyone. Amen, brother. Thanks for watching. I'll see you whenever. And have a good time. Have a good time of day, I suppose. Good night, good day, wherever you are. Bye-bye. This is Anon, and I'm out. Any other greetings here? No, I don't think so. Alright, goodbye!